Hi, and welcome to Andy Film and TV Reviews. Today, we're looking at That's right, the 2000 Robert Zemeckis film, Castaway. We all know the story of the plane crash, stuck on an island, rescues himself eventually, but I want to talk about what makes the film so good. Starting out in the warehouse scene, we see that Hanks' character is a standard no-nonsense businessman, dedicated to his job working for FedEx. He's not exactly the ideal candidate to be thrown into a deserted island, but it makes for some awesome viewing. Seeing his development from being a bumbling fool to being able to spear a fish from a good 5 to 10 foot away. This is great news for anybody that wants to be a bushcrafter or anybody that might be thrust into a survival situation. Anybody can do it. I think that this film is like a horror film. There's nothing much scarier in real life than the thought of being stranded in the middle of the ocean, all alone, on some island, with just some sticks and rocks, and some FedEx packages, right? The amazing cinematography showcases how big the waves actually are in scale of just a regular sized man like Tom Hanks, although he's quite tall though, right? It's simply spectacular. It shows how minute he is in comparison. That combined with the scenes at the beginning, with the actual initial plane crash, that makes me think that this is actually a secret horror film. Which it is. Scary shit. The majority of this film, it's just Hanks on the island, and he does such an amazing job. He's such a talented actor, portraying anger and frustration at the situation, especially the part where he fails at making fire. We are shown how stressful the task can be, especially with his limited training, if any. He was the Best Actor nominee for the Oscars in 2001, and he lost out to Russell Crowe, who won it for Gladiator. And I mean, you can't argue that, to be honest. It was great in Gladiator. To introduce another character on the island, we meet Wilson, a volleyball who is created as an outlet for Hanks' character's need for conversation and to release some frustrations. Wilson probably saved him more than the picture of his girlfriend that he had in his in the watch, sometimes being the voice of reason. On a side note, there was actually meant to be an audio file for Hanks, who was meant to be the voice of Wilson, replying to conversations, and they were meant to have full conversations, Hanks with Wilson, but Hanks as Wilson as well. But they scrapped that idea, obviously. And obviously it's kind of heartbreaking when Wilson floats away at the end, and we get the iconic Wilson screams, "Wilson!" from this, and earlier when Hanks thinks that he's lost Wilson after throwing him out of the cave in frustration. Wilson is, well, it's a great character. Does nothing. What a top lad. The transformation Hanks' character goes through for the 4 years is incredible, and it's required for his own survival. As I mentioned earlier, he's now a skilled fisherman, spear, 5 to 10 feet. He's only wearing a makeshift loincloth, rushing around like he belongs. After the 4-year gap, you see how Hanks is now skinny. They actually halted the production for a year for this transformation so Hanks could change his weight and grow his hair out. It isn't a wig, I know. That's dedication. There's tons of juicy trivia like this available on the film's IMDb page. So, Castaway got an 89% on Rotten Tomatoes, 4 out of 5 with Empire, and 73% on Metacritic. I would give this film a 9 out of 10. Tom Hanks will always be up there, one of the top actors for me personally, and I love bushcrafting. So this for me is a perfect match. We really put right there with him on the island in that survival situation, and it was brilliantly done. Alright guys, thanks a lot for watching this video. Leave a comment, let me know what your thoughts are on Castaway, if you agree, if you disagree, and remember to like and subscribe. Take it easy. From me and Charlie. Boom.